So let's start with the second part of the data science. So in this part we are going to learn something more about the artificial intelligence. We have seen in the previous tutorial that machine learning and deep learning etc. is the branch of or subset of artificial intelligence. Now, machine learning refers to an AI system that can self-learn. Because of the training on the machine, it starts learning by itself depending on the algorithm. So therefore, the role of algorithm becomes very, very important. The systems that get smarter and smarter over time without human intervention is machine learning, whereas deep learning is a machine learning applied to a larger data set. Where machine learning is not capable, may find some problem when the larger data, huge data comes in, but deep learning deals with that. So that is the broad difference between the two. Most AI work involves ML, that is machine learning, because intelligent behavior requires considerable knowledge, because it is the knowledge that we are trying to build into the computer system so that they start working, behaving as human being. So let's try and understand the details of ML and DL. Now you can see here in the picture itself that machine learning and deep learning by and large they are the same, but when you go into detail you will see that deep learning is slightly complicated. It can handle complicated data, huge data, and that is what the difference is. But by and large you will see that there is a kind of overlap. So machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence concerned with design and development of algorithms that allow computers to evolve behaviors based on the empirical data, the data that you have collected after doing the pre-processing etc. Now you have stored in a repository which you are going to use for the purpose of your analysis. So as intelligence requires knowledge that we have already seen, it is necessary for the computers to acquire that knowledge, because now that knowledge which has been built into the computer is going to be used for that particular analysis that we want to use it. So machine learning can have four different categories, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, then semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement learning. These are the broad categories. But let's first try and understand what is machine learning. So machine learning is a study of algorithms that improves performance at some task with experience. That means the task must be clear. What is the task for which we are developing the algorithm? And then we will see that what is the kind of performance that we get with that algorithm. And with the experience, that means we keep on iterating. That is what we, through the experience that we get, and that experience helps us in improving the algorithm, and with that improvement in the algorithm we improve the performance. So that is how this machine learning process goes. Now you can optimize the performance criterion also using example data or past experience or whatever way you want to do it. You can also see that the role of statistics plays a very vital role in this. You can draw your inferences from that whatever outcome that you get. So the role of computer science with efficient algorithms etc., you will be in a position to solve the optimization problem, representing the evaluating the model for inference. So that is the purpose of machine learning. Now let's try and understand what is artificial intelligence when we talk about the machine learning. So applications of AI or artificial intelligence is already being used in various areas. All of us know that AI is not just limited to personal assistant. There are huge number of applications that are already prevailing, and then more and more applications are being developed in almost every area. Like in case when we talk about the AI in our daily life, you can see that OTT, that is over the top, which is a media service platform, but is relevant for a number of aspects in our day-to-day lives. Some of the applications that are very commonly seen, that is, you can see it in automobiles, in education, in gaming, healthcare, business, finance, government, manufacturing, and many more. Let's try and understand some of them or one by one. So AI is now advancing towards the driverless cars. I think you must have heard about the driverless cars or self-driven cars. Now, these cars have incorporated systems that are useful in applying brakes. See, because there is no human being which is present in driving the car. Therefore, everything has to be done by the car itself. Whether it is applying the brake or changing the lane or slowing down the car or whatever. So all that is done by the car itself, and that is where the AI comes into play. So, like we have talked about the changing lanes or maybe applying brakes or navigating or whatever, these types of cars interpret the pattern in which other cars are moving and try to imply that in themselves. So that means the car which is driverless learns by other cars. In business, if you see, it can use various solutions by determining what are the weaknesses and the strengths and use these solutions to deduce its financial, production related and CRM and other objective. It helps in automating tasks that in turn save a lot of time and manpower. So that is another very big area, and more businesses have started using AI for their purpose. Classic example is McDonald's is one such example where AI is being used in the business itself, and it is focusing on elevating customer experience, because with this application of AI, customer is feeling much more comfortable, much more how they can make best use of their time. With the least amount of time, they are in a position to get away with whatever they want to do at the outlet, McDonald's outlet. So they can, by analyzing trends in which a customer places order, like a hot plate of French fries on a cold winter evening or an iced coffee on a hot summer afternoon, or whatever the customer wants, they can go and ask for it. Now McDonald's has introduced kiosks or interactive kind of terminals where customers place order over a machine by themselves, and instead of a cashier or any individual making the input, the customer himself inputs all this, and this has proved to be that minimal errors and then increase in the sales itself. So that is what the benefit that McDonald's is already reaping with this. Let's talk about the education. AI can deliver a better learning experience by adjusting learning as per the needs of each student, because we know that intelligence of each and every student is different, IQ level, and provides universal access to a student. It can also automate grading system. AI can also provide additional support to the students as required. So this is another very big area where AI is being used. In finance, whether it is personal finance or organizations finance or whatever kind of finance it is, so many applications are there. Let's talk about the personal finance. Now this application is being used in using AI in a very, very big way, and as you might have heard about, that it collects personal data of the individual and provides advice and suggestions related to the user's finances. Now such softwares are already available where you can use this for the purposes of making your decisions on a stock market. Stock market today is hotting up, and more people are trying to get into that, but they are scared as to what action they should take, what decision they should take, because nobody wants to lose. So AI is helping them in that. AI in gaming is becoming a very big area where AI is being used, and it generates alternatives in a video game on the basis of the decision we take in the game itself. So these decisions include player movements, taking cover, pathfinding, etc., and then based on that, the player can take decisions, and he may win or whatever way he wants to play. Some classic games are like Minecraft or Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell or Blacklist or Fortnite. So many games are already there. AI in government is again, government have started honing this AI in a very, very big way. Lots of government's policies are being framed around AI. Government can use AI to counter natural disasters, road accidents, and many such problems which the country faces. With the aid of AI-based applications, developers are trying to bring about a change in the way the public sector works. Such apps can reduce costs and errors, save employees from mundane tasks, very boring types of tasks. So definitely, that can be taken over by AI, and also help in clearing out the backlogs. So that is where the AI is being used, or they are planning to use in various government departments. AI in healthcare is again making a big waves. AI is proving to be extremely useful by assisting doctors and thus improving the recovery and mortality rate of the patients. Some AI applications include chatbots which answer and assist patients to schedule appointments, aid in the billing procedure, and also provide medical feedback. Then in manufacturing, if you see, the manufacturer can enhance their production both quality and quantity by applying AI. And that is why AI is extensively being used in the production area. It can forecast future demand and supply, production planning, material movement, assembling the parts, and various other areas in the manufacturing arena. Then NLP, natural language processing, where AI is being used in a very big way. It deals with the ability of the computer to understand the natural language itself. Now, whatever language that we speak, whether it is English language or any foreign language or maybe any typical Indian language, both the spell checks and auto corrections are possible. Now, that is something which is a big help to every individual. All of us need and make mistakes while writing a letter or writing a document. We tend to make mistakes, and there you will see that AI helps in correcting our spellings itself, the grammatical mistakes also. Some people have a habit of using some slangs or something like that. So when they get excited about something, they use that, and these types of phrases are available to them automatically wherever they want to use it. Then benefits of artificial intelligence. So we have seen so far that what are the various applications which are available, already being used, and today AI is being used in multiple areas in our own day-to-day lives. It really benefits us in so many ways, and whatever area that we want to make use it further, we can use it. The answer to that is definite yes, but let's understand the advantages more specifically. Now, one of the biggest advantage in this is that there is a less scope of errors. As we know that to err is human, that means human beings are prone to making errors, but a machine is not. Therefore, it is something which is a very big usage of AI in those areas where the chances of errors are very much common. Now, with the advent of AI, machines have started to analyze trends more often. This helps them in accurately guessing the need of the user. Also, as AI-enabled machines are responsible for inputting the value and data, this reduces the chances of human error. Now, with that, the chances of error becomes less and less. For example, in an organization that relies heavily on the data that a human feeds to a system is like to face more issues, as the chances of a human to be perfectly accurate at all times is not possible. 100% accuracy is not always possible. So a machine that analyzes the surroundings and feeds that into the self itself accordingly proves to be more accurate. Now, better decision making. Now, decision making is something which is very critical, particularly in some very key areas. So the bias of our understanding affects most decisions that we human take. We know that it is our nature. Human being is definitely biased, particularly in some critical areas. So no matter how much we try, our current mood or influences, etc., definitely come into at least a percentage of that can be seen in the decision. In the case of AI-enabled system, this proves to be entirely untrue, as machines don't yet have feelings of their own or biases, etc. and interpretations. We can always expect that the decision is going to be unbiased. So we can rest assured that decisions taken by systems are not influenced by any personal prejudices. It can work in an uninterrupted manner. Now that is a very big asset. Artificial intelligence systems don't feel tiresome after working continuously for long time. Humans need some rest. We can't keep on working for hours together. Definitely we need variety of breaks. A break may be in the form of a tea break, or maybe lunch break, or maybe some call has come in, or whatever. So we need breaks, but computers don't need any break. We can't keep working like that. So every day, without taking even one break, the machines can keep working, and without getting tired, without making any mistakes whatsoever. It can handle complexities. It's not humanly possible, because after all, a human being may not be in a position to handle all types of problems, particularly when it comes to the complex problems. But the computers, the systems, can handle even the most complex problem. We may get confused and might mess up the things, but machines come into our rescue exactly when things go beyond our control. Handling such a large amount of complex data, algorithm, and various other factors, they are there, and all these may further affect the algorithm and maybe further affect the outcome. But machines don't make such mistakes. It can also handle with the same speed as it was doing earlier. So there is no effect on the computer systems. Optimum utilization of resources, that is something which is a very big kind of a boon to AI, or with AI. That is, you can make your resources optimally utilized. Whatever resources you have, maybe as a human being you may definitely find difficult, but when you apply AI in that, when you use AI in that, you will see that there is a perfect utilization or most optimum utilization of your resources, and thereby you are getting the best benefit of your resources, whatever you are having. Now, examples of AI, you must be wondering where exactly AI is used. I mean, self-driven cars, of course, we have seen as a one example. Robots is another very classic example which we are seeing already in use. But how about some current real-time example? So here we are going to see some real-time examples also in the AI, artificial intelligence. Netflix. Netflix is top used OTT platform. We know that. OTT means over the top. OTT platform, which is an acronym of over the top, are used those service providers that provide content to viewers over the internet, and most probably for a subscription fee, of course. These are also known as other than television platform, like Amazon or Amazon Prime or Netflix, etc., etc. Thus, after understanding the viewer's choice, these and using AI, of course, the Netflix suggests that what are such movies which are of your interest. So it keeps on showing you all such programs which are of your interest, individual's interest, not that whatever commonly or most people or whatever they have, they are forcing you to see that only. So that is a big difference. In Siri often we see or hear, "Hey Siri." Now Siri is a personal assistant offered by Apple for the users of iPhones and iPads. It's a voice activated assistant that interacts with the user as per their convenience. Now Siri uses machine learning technology to understand the way in which a user navigates through their phone, send messages and make calls. To use this feature, you just have to unlock your phone, activate the internet and log in. Like you can say, "Hey Siri, call mom," and immediately Siri will place a call for your mom. Pandora. Pandora is another very classic example. It's a platform that uses AI to assess what sort of music should be played for you, because if, depending on your mood, it will ask you what kind of a music should be played at that particular time. It provides not so obvious choices of songs, but depending on your acceptance, your liking, it will suggest. For example, if I look for a certain rock song, say, hey, you play by Pink Floyd, then Pandora might also suggest Stairway or to Heaven by Zeppelin, which is another classic rock song. So like that, it will keep suggesting, keeps offering you what other things are possible. Now, Flipkart is a e-commerce shopping platform that suggests products to its customers on the basis of their history of products. Suppose you buy a product at some point of time, and again you visit Flipkart's website, you will see that it suggests you what new products have come in which are of your interest. So you can definitely look for that. So one of my friends, for example, recently looked for a certain novel on a Flipkart a few days ago, and now he's been seeing it as a recommendation every time he visits Flipkart on any random website with the commercials and space, etc., etc. So that is another very big, and the company is going to make use of that, and they are increasing the sale because it is recommending all such items which are of your interest. Echo is a device launched by Amazon which has a cloud-based voice assistant, Alexa. It can hear, comprehend, and respond to any commands or questions put up by the user with viable solution. You may ask Alexa that if I need a umbrella or a raincoat, and the answer you may get is yes, because it is going to rain in the evening. It is better to take the umbrella or take your raincoat or whatever. So these are the types of things which are very much possible with the help of the artificial intelligence, and it is happening. It is something which we are seeing. So this is what here we conclude the second part, and we will move on to the third part, and there we will conclude the data science.